Alright, I have here a Saab 9.3 Turbo 2002. It's been giving me some problems starting. It starts usually after it's sat for a while and the engine's cold, but it doesn't like to start if it was just running or the engine's warm. It's been getting worse, and just the other day it actually died on me while it was idling. And right now it's I'm stuck at work with it and it's not running, and I've done some research on some Saab forums to try and diagnose the problem, and I've decided to go with the crankshaft position sensor. I looked up for some videos online on doing the replacement and wasn't able to find a good video for this model, so I decided to go ahead and shoot one while I'm doing this, maybe help somebody else out. The crankshaft position sensor is located, well, you can see, actually first you'll notice that on your vehicle there's going to be a heat shield here. I've already removed that. There's just one bolt down here for that, and then the top clips on, pulls it off. And then the crankshaft position sensor is going to be located right down here. It's right there in the center of the camera field right now, located behind this heat shroud. You can see it. It's see if I point to it. It's right there. So there's a bolt on the right hand side of it. You can kind of see there, and it's a Torx bolt, a 30 size 30 Torx bolt. So it's a little bit tricky to get to. Hopefully I don't have to take off the exhaust manifold. Tried to get it off last night, actually, the bolt, and I wasn't able to. I picked up a universal joint for a 3/8 drive today, and I've got a couple extensions, so hopefully now I'll be able to go ahead and get that off there, and then I'll start the camera up again and let you know how it went. Okay, so I was able to get the old crankshaft position sensor off. Here was the successful tool 3/8 ratchet with a couple of extensions and a universal joint, and then a Torx 30 socket. I have the old one removed. There is an O-ring though that is still there that we'll want to pop out. That reddish colored O-ring there, we'll pop that out before we put the new one in. Because the new one has an O-ring on it right here. So we don't want two of those in there, I don't think. So I'm going to pop that off now, just with a small screwdriver or something sharp, and then go ahead and thread the new one through. The cable threads through around the side of the engine here, right along here, all the way back to this wiring harness right here. So we're just gonna have to thread the cord through there. Alright, job complete. Got that heat shield back on there that was missing, and the new crankshaft sensor is in there. It was a little tricky to get on. You gotta feed that Torx screw through both the heat shield on there and through the crankshaft sensor, and into the engine block there. So getting all three of those holes lined up is a little tricky. You can't really see it now. There's not enough light with that heat shield on there. But I think the best approach I had was to come at it from, instead of straight on, to come at it from the side over here and lean down over the engine and put my hand down in like that. And the key was just to make sure that the sensor is fully seated in there. First, I was having a hard time getting that threaded in, but I didn't have the sensor all the way seated. So you gotta make sure you push hard on it, and then there's a little click or a little pop you'll feel when it kind of almost snaps into place. And before that, it was real squirrely and wanted to spin around, didn't want to stay lined up. But once I got it locked into, pushed all the way in, then I would turn it to line up the bolt hole, and it would stay wherever I turned it, and that was very helpful. So I hope this, sorry, this is my first attempt at making a how-to video, so it's probably not the best, but hopefully this will help someone with this repair.